Tonight, a Fox 4 problem solver follow-up on a Johnson County man defrauded by a contractor. When we first aired his story, he was hopeful he'd get his money back because the Kansas Attorney General's office was helping him.
But Fox 4 problem solver Linda Wager found out he hasn't seen a dime. Equally distressing, though, is the Attorney General's response.
This is the mess that after 3 years is still in Ryan Hanish's Olathe backyard.
My situation hasn't changed. We still have an unsafe environment.
As Hanish first told Fox 4 problem solvers a year ago, he'd hired a guy named Franklin Dusty Hood to build a retaining wall. But instead of completing the job, Dusty just kept coming up with excuses. Then Dusty just disappeared and stopped returning Ryan's phone calls and text messages. Ryan's out more than $6,000 and stuck with a backyard so unsafe his children can't even use it. After Fox 4 problem solvers got involved last year, the Kansas Attorney General launched an investigation asking Dusty Hood to repay Ryan the money he owed him. But Dusty just ignored the Attorney General's pleas. So you'd think that when you defy the Kansas Attorney General, you'd be in trouble. But no. According to this letter, the AG's office has decided there's nothing it can do to compel Dusty to pay. The letter claims Dusty didn't violate Kansas Consumer Protection Act because there was no proof of deception. This was just a dispute over the quality and scope of the work. But that ignores the fact that Ryan Hanish's backyard is a mess and Dusty disappeared mid-job. This letter also ignores that Dusty has a history of taking money from people and not doing the work, a fact that is well documented in court records and was even spelled out in our last Fox 4 Problem Solvers report. Dusty has multiple judgments against him, but has never paid a dime. It's all infuriating to Ryan Hanish.
I've done everything on my side to, be a law-abiding citizen, and, I was hoping for support of the legal system.
The Attorney General told Ryan he should sue Dusty if he wants his money back, but that doesn't work. That's what 77-year-old Stanley Dobbs tried to do after he says he was defrauded by Dusty. He paid Dusty $14,000 to grade his backyard, install some drainage lines, and cover the whole area with 4 inches of topsoil. But midway through the job, Dusty, you guessed it, disappeared.
Well, we'll be out, and he never did come out.
As far as his lawsuit, he filed it, but it went nowhere because the process server couldn't even find Dusty to serve him. Do you think you'll ever see your money?
No.
Last year, problem solvers caught up with Dusty at his home in Hamilton, Missouri. He promised us then he was taking care of matters with Ryan Hanish.
We got lawyers working on it, so we've got no comment.
We're told by one of Dusty's family members that Dusty and his wife Shayla sold their Missouri home and are now living in Florida, moving away from all their angry customers. Having given up getting any help from the Attorney General, all Ryan wants now is help getting his backyard repaired so his kids can use it. Plus, he wants to warn you about a problem that's definitely not solved.
I don't want this to happen to other people.
We reached Dusty Hood via Facebook. He told us he was hard at work getting customers' issues resolved, but no one has seen any evidence of that. If you're willing to help Ryan Hanish complete the building of his retention wall, we'd love to hear from you. Linda Wager, Fox 4 Problem Solvers.